Oh, God. fuck. Guys, before we get started, huge shout out to the homies over at Carmageddon Rogue Shift for helping support the channel and sponsoring this video. Now listen, I grew up in an age where vehicle combat games absolutely owned my brain, okay? I was in love with all of them. I'm talking about the ones when you raced on motorcycles and tried to beat the hell out of each other, the ones where it was a death match and you had different cars that were basically different characters with different moves. They were all over the place and I was in love, right? So when I checked out this game and I saw that it was all of that action with the beautiful roguelike aspect, you know that I jumped behind the wheel as fast as I possibly could. That's right, I'm talking brutal roguelike vehicular combat with some like 15 vehicles, 13 different
Are you Russia?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here.
as throughway swimming. It's when cars drive recklessly on highways, causing near misses or weaving through lanes.
Do you feel like you're a danger to society?
No.
How worried are you about being caught by the police?
Not worried at all. My name is AJ, and short course for listeners. We basically just got chased by undercover right now.
Just how?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago. I'm a crazy driver and do not cause or complicate what I do. It's dangerous, it could cause injury or death. Follow the speed limit.
Last year we dropped an explosive documentary with Squeeze Benz and the swim team, and this video peeked behind the curtain on New York's underground car culture. But as I've learned more, I can say that we have barely scratched the surface. So today, we bring you back into the world of New York's Most Wanted, and what you're about to see is fueled by speed, theft, and daredevil behavior. We meet drivers like License, who weaves through city traffic at triple-digit speeds. We meet car thieves who minutes before evaded police, and they show up to their interview with us in a freshly stolen Hellcat. And from the chop shops to the shady exotic car rental dealers, we meet the players who are connected in this high-stakes underground scene. At great danger, we buckled up and brought you inside this world. But warning, this documentary is for educational purposes only. What you're about to see is dangerous, illegal, and at times life-threatening. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright guys, just got to LaGuardia, New York. We're diving back into the world of the Most Wanted drivers. You might be asking, why are you doing this video again? Guys, I learned that we just hit the tip of the iceberg last time, but there's way more to dive into. Not only have new characters emerged that are just as legendary, reckless, and dangerous, but there's also this structure that we never got to see in the first episode that I really want to dive into. How are these guys getting access to Lamborghinis and BMWs and high-level foreign cars? These guys are living outlaws, going on police chases on sometimes a daily basis and getting away. How? So we're going to get into that and much, much more. Folks, this is the return of New York's Most Wanted drivers. Let's get into it. M-Box, a New York Madden rapper, said to sit tight that he was going to pull up with a posse and pick us up from the airport. Here's what happened next. Never been picked up at the airport like this before? Not sure exactly what to expect, but they said they got something really special for us. So it feels like some Batman shit. This just feels like a place where anything can go down. Holy shit. BMW. Ford. Lamborghini. We got BMW here. We got another BMW here. These boys came ready to rumble.
Pull over, take a tracker out the whip, Range Rover Sport, I'm on the jacket doing tricks. What's the next bar? I can't even remember.
Keep swimming, got the paddles in the ship. I'ma keep rapping, but I dabble with the skits.
M-Box is kind of the face of the striker music, the striker culture. Have you ever heard of strikers? What can you tell them, M-Box?
A striker's a stolen car, a hottie, whatever you want to call it. Remember, Tommy is a white man.
Okay.
Tommy's white, don't forget.
You should know that your music is made at a lot of places, but my friend Felix, who's currently probably in the West Coast stealing cars, is listening to your music a lot.
That's great to hear.
A man from Queens is accused of committing several traffic violations in Newark. It happened along Market and Broad Streets back on April 11th.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a tech company will want me.
Really? Can we address what's going on with Squeeze Benz right now?
We were going crazy. Everything was going swell. Had a lot of crazy collabs. Obviously, we did the video with Tommy, and that blew the up. That drew a lot of unwanted attention on us. We basically had to kind of shut the operation down for a few months. He's laying low right now, not really kind of taking a step back from everything. and he's not really going to be involved in cutting up or driving anymore, just because we can't really let anything happen. We got to be safe.
It seemed no one could give us a straight answer about Squeeze Benz. Many on the internet claim he's locked up somewhere on the East Coast. Others, including his team, say he's just laying low, waiting for the heat around him to die down. But either way, there's been no sign of him in months, which only fuels further speculation. We're pulling up to a little rental spot that people go to, and we're going to meet some of the drivers in this game. Tell people who you are and what you do.
I'm licensed. I love to drive.
What would you say your specialty is? Like, is it fast? Is it cutting up? Like, how do you?
Heavy traffic.
How risky would you say that is?
Not as risky as going high speed.
Have you ever crashed before?
One time where my boy was underneath.
So, two drivers crashed.
Yeah, basically.
I've heard there's cover-ups going on. Some people don't want to show how dangerous this really is or how it can damage other people. Can you speak to that? Folks, I think it's really important to speak on the covering up of crashes that's rampant across this driver community, because some of the drivers in this space with the biggest followings are doing this, and it gives the false impression that this is a relatively risk-free activity rather than something that is an extreme danger to innocent people.
I mean, they cover up their crashes to maintain like a good image, like themselves, you know, and it's bad. Like, you see me, I just post whatever, I don't care, you know, I post my other stuff, they don't do that.
You are arguably the face of drivers right now. I think there's not even a close second right now, would you say?
Yeah.
How is that? Like, you feel like you're kind of the king of the space?
In some way,
What motivates you to do this?
traffic.
You just hate traffic?
I hate traffic. You like traffic?
No, I don't. How worried are you about being caught by the police?
Not worried at all.
Do you think they have their eye on you?
I'm pretty sure they do, but, you know, whatever happens, happens. I don't think I'll ever get caught, and if I do, it is what it is.
Is there an amount of jail time that would scare you away from doing this?
Lifetime.
How are you getting access to all these kind of crazy cars?
Family, network, you know, friends.
So these are your cars.
Yes, sir. We have a GTP RS, we have an M3 CS, I have an individual spec that took like months to build, the Voodoo Blue M3, and then we have a Cohen, we have a Huracan, we have Tractops, we have the biggest screen in New York, one of the biggest screens in New York.
Let me ask the question I think is on everyone's mind. What makes it worth it to rent to guys like licensed? Guys that are going to be driving crazy, guys that might do illegal shit in the car.
It's kind of networking, right? After for like license that come through, people that we already know. We know that they're responsible if anything happens, they will pay up for it. They do market with our vehicles, we do get clientele from them, but we do vet out the clientele with a background check and whatnot.
So you don't care if someone takes a $450,000 car, drives it like crazy, drifts.
Swerves as I can. I mean, we keep it to a certain extent, right? Like if I'm getting alerts after alerts with trackers, we tell them, hey, like, calm down a little bit. They also respect us, though, you know, it's a respect relationship.
Something just does not add up. I mean, how is a 19-year-old with no insurance getting access to exotic cars? And sometimes for free. License claims that the dealers are his friends and they simply like what he's doing. But let's be real. Who's handing over cars like this just so their buddy can make social media videos? To me, there is more to the story that we are just not being told. We begin this next day by meeting License at a historical landmark for the New York drivers. Legend has it this is the spot Squeeze Benz and License grew up meeting at before they drove around like maniacs. Hey! What's up, bro? So you had us meet you at a Home Depot of all places.
This is where it all started, right?
This is important to your journey.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Basically, the first ever duck run we ever did, the most popular one was Squeeze, and, you know, the very, very beginning was, you know, in this Home Depot. We pulled up here, and then we hit the DCP, which is this highway right here.
You know Squeeze Benz?
It's my boy.
How long you guys been hitting runs together?
Before all the YouTube stuff, before everything. We known each other for, so, you know, I've known him, Squeeze before I've known him, but
Does your mother know you do this stuff? She doesn't know at all? Your parents have no idea? Who do they think you're doing all that? Biggest thing, when you talk to him at Thanksgiving, talking about work, what do you tell him?
I make money. You know, I'd rather not tell them because I don't want them to worry about it.
Is your dad in your life?
Yes.
What would he say if he knew you were doing this?
He would tell me to stop.
You got a fiance, right?
I'm engaged, yes.
And what does she think about this?
She doesn't know.
Do you feel like you're living a lie with your family not knowing this?
Not really. I'm not lying to them. I'm just not telling them.
This style of high-speed, reckless driving has been gaining popularity amongst New York's younger generations. I wanted to know from the people living here how they felt about it and how it impacted their life. So I sent my guy Keegan to the streets of New York to hear people's opinions.
I think that's not safe.
You gotta chill. Why are you risking people's lives?
I mean, if you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not. Don't hit me if you're in front of me.
It's reckless, bro.
Kids this generation are easily influenced by things around them, especially on the social media apps that we have.
What do you think drives like young men specifically to drive crazy like that? Low testosterone. Really, I just think it's an ego thing and wanting to be a little more manly.
If you could speak directly to these guys, what would you say?
Slow down.
It's not worth it, bro. You're gonna end up in jail. I'm dead ass.
What do you think the people of New York think about you?
Some hate me, some don't hate me. You know, it all just depends. Like, when I'm walking outside, I've never had a bad interaction. When people notice me and stuff, they take pictures, they tell me they like how I drive, and from the YouTube comments, a lot of people hate me, but I don't give a I'm gonna do this regardless whether people hate it or not.
Two with the F-87. Table for two, my carbone in my section. 17 hat with my radar detection.
How wanted would you say you are by NYPD?
I like the most monitor. I had an incident actually not too long ago where I was walking inside of a gas station and two cops was like right there eyeing me and they started like following me around.
You were wearing the shirt.
Yes, I was wearing the shirt and I was wearing my Crocs. They started chasing me and I noticed it. I straight booked into my car. They like were gagging my behind me. I think they noticed me. They like right to my leg.
The argument on their side, I think they would say like, look, this is a guy a lot of young men follow and look up to. If we let him run the streets, then there's gonna be 50 more, 100 more, many more people that take your place and try and do the same thing. What do you think about your impact and influence on this world?
I do have a heavy impact. I do influence a lot of people and stuff, but I always tell people not to do what I do because not everybody got the will. And you know, I've seen a lot of crashes that, you know, people get into and stuff, and it's really not, you know, it's not cool. Just because it looks easy and shit, it doesn't mean it's easy. You know, I need to count it.
I'm gonna get in the car with you, but you promise to be careful with me?
I got it.
You got me?
Trust me?
Yeah, I trust you. Alright, we're gonna hop in, we're gonna make a mission to the airport, and we'll see you guys on the road. Before we show you one of the craziest parts of the video, first a quick message from our sponsor. Folks, it's crazy that there are people out there driving like this, but you know what also is crazy? That there are data brokers out there that have your home app information from the web. They contact data brokers directly to request removal, they monitor for breaches, and they keep scrubbing your data over time. They also have a custom removal feature where if you see your information on a site, you give them the link, and then they have their experts go in there and remove your information from that site. So take back your personal data with Incogni. You create an account, you give Incogni approval to get to work, and you watch your digital footprint start to disappear. Incogni is giving viewers of this video a special discount. If you use code TommyG, you get 60% off their annual plan. Protect yourself on the internet, take action, use Incogni. Link in the description. Click, in only a couple minutes, you get your journey started. And now, folks, back to the drivers.
Hey girl, yeah.
The woods.
At night? I don't know, baby. Just kind of give and follow the North Star of Freedom.
Listen, hear me out.
They don't hear you.
This might sound crazy. Like, you're telling me crazy? Our new neighborhood is giving them to get out. Which one of us is the murderer? Your face.
This bag is perfect for all of life's moments. This is the Coach Mini Terry Crossbody bag. Not only does it come with a longer chain to actually make the crossbody, but it also has this adorable gold chain, so I can just put it around my elbow, put it around my shoulder, get the best of both worlds.
cars?
Every day. I can't drive the same car for more than a day because it gets too hot.
You have good insurance?
I am the insurance.
So no State Farm or Progressive?
Nothing. If anything happens, if I make a mistake, I gotta come out of pocket.
Damn. So if you hit somebody on the road, would you stop?
I think I would.
Would there be some mental thinking going on to figure out how you make your next move?
Yeah.
Tell me about the feeling you get when you do this.
It's a good feeling. It's almost, it's addictive. Better than drugs in my opinion.
Do you do any drugs?
I don't do drugs.
Do you drink?
No.
Do you have any other vices besides crazy driving?
No. This is my heart.
So do you feel like this is what you were put on earth to do, was to drive?
Yes. Ever since I started driving, I remember like second every day I started driving, I was doing this maybe like not as crazy, but like I was already nice at it, you know, like I was an athlete.
Looks like we need engine oil
Don't worry about that.
and tire pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've been riding this thing like a horse, huh?
Hey man, if I don't ride it like this, the next man will.
How much do you think this car costs?
This one specifically is about like $150.
So when you're going to your rental guys, how much are they charging you for a day for a car like this?
I don't care.
What's in it for them?
You're my boy.
If I worked my ass off to acquire a $100,000 vehicle and I knew you drove like a maniac, why would I just give it to you because you're my boy?
So my friend, you know, me and my friends have been doing this for almost ever, you know, and I have my own car, I just don't do it in my own car because it's hot, you know, when I'm making videos and stuff. But I got my boys who really don't care about none of that shit, you know. How you feel?
I feel like the beginning, right before you make the bungee jump, like I feel the build up, like you've walked to the top, you've put the belt on, and now you know you have to jump off, but you kind of don't want to. That's a little bit how I feel right now.
How about this? I go down for 1 minute only, and we see if you can survive that 1 minute.
Let's do 1 minute. The timer, okay? And? Holy mother. Yeah, we're on. There's nothing too fast, okay? Oh my god. Not too fast. I can do the counting and the speed is what's there. Okay. We got heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. Okay, you got 10 seconds left. No, faster though. Please, dude. Holy shit, are you serious? Okay, good. Time. Good, cut. I'm sweating, dude. Oh, boy, that was exciting. I didn't even let Squeeze Ben go that far, but there were so many times where I thought that was gonna be it. What's the fastest you ever gone in a car?
I hit 195 before. I've never had, my dream is to always do 200, but I haven't had the right car to do it in.
Do you ever feel guilty doing this? Like, hey, I'm doing something that puts other people at great risk.
If I've ever, like, scraped someone's car, you know, attacking me, or like, being attached to me, I feel like I would feel guilty, but I've never felt guilty doing it.
Talk about the difficulty of getting away from police in these circumstances. Oh, you just take the score. Score plus, though. you say you go on a high-speed chase?
Every day.
Every day? Is that an exaggeration at all? Have you had close calls? Have you been chased by a helicopter? How is it getting away from that? Can you explain the process?
You try to get away from them as fast as possible. When you do that, you try to maintain a high speed, not too fast, but a speed that they're not going to maintain for more than 2 minutes. That's literally it, and then you take a nice little bit out of there, go to bed, go to sleep.
I know. Is that a real cop? What is that? That what? So we just got the police chase and got away.
Seems to be on, but it's not here. What the hell is all that? It's not for me, it's from them grabbing loose when it was full of coffee. You need to get the mouth and clean it up, but don't do it until he's awake again, because I don't want to. That wasn't me. I didn't say it was.
I trust that you're good at it. You see, I don't even sweat this much when we interviewed the Sinaloa fucking cartel a couple weeks ago. Holy shit. What would you say to somebody that's like, man, that's a really selfish way to try?
No problem. I'll keep it pushing. I love doing what I do, and no one can tell me anything that will change that. There's levels to this. There's really levels to this, and the level that I'm at, and like you said, I think people are at, has not been discovered. You know, you gotta be careful. You gotta know about everybody else on the road. That's something I really like care about. I don't care about the car I'm driving. I don't care about me. You know, like it's other people that I'm not even dealing with.
So, if people were to describe you as a menace, would you agree with that assessment?
I'll say 50-50.
What makes it worth it for you?
I would do this often on camera. It don't matter to me. I do it every day regardless. It's worth it. These people, by the way, these people are like looking for us right now. They're seeing cops that chase us. That's why you just want to go up. He's searching for the cars to be defined.
Mrs. Franklin.
Don't keep a distance. You'll be fine. I'll play it safe for you. Like I said, I cannot stop. I cannot stop looking for you. Like this one. I'm out. That's something I can't accomplish.
This bitch got a dick like I'm browsing the bitch. If I find out she's cheating, then my bitch getting straight. 707.
And Mox is a character, isn't he?
He's super funny. I love him.
Look at him.
Yes, sir.
You're the biggest motherfucker ever. I want to crash out, but I'm not going to crash out.
You saw the fucking police? He was like, I think he was off duty, but he turned his lights on and you guys, you're definitely good though, it's not hot for sure. And then I was just right next to him. So, good to see you. Alright. Hey, yo. Love boy. Oh shit, yeah, easy. They don't even chase no more.
That's the cops. It's the cops. We're not worried about that.
Do you clench up at all when he's driving?
Nah, no more. I never did. He'll tell you that everybody I love this shit the most. Get him. Ooh, that on his ass. Yeah, he's definitely on him though. He's like right on his ass.
This is a bad spot to be in traffic too.
Yeah, but you'll be good.
He barely got any air in his tires.
Have you been on a chase yet?
A little one. License? It's good. Do you get any sort of nerves in you when you see the police in close proximity like that?
Thanks. I'm surprised you're in here, Tommy.
I am too.
I would have thought you wouldn't have fucked with it, or you would have been the next inbox. Hey, slow down. We got enough.
There's a cop right there, dude. There's a cop right there.
Hey, that trooper's pulling up. Nigga, he's right there, look.
Just relax. Look at your body language. We don't want to look like we're up to something.
Yeah, that trooper's on our ass, though.
Oh, lordy. Just for context for the people back home, there's a state trooper. 9 o'clock.
I just landed. I've only been in New York for about on the soil for about 10 minutes. Already almost 2 potential chases.
Let's
We need
go.
to get these
Let's
plays
go.
covered up.
Let's go. How do strikers come into play in this business?
Oh god. So strikers, I mean right now we have a jailbreak Hellcat, we have a track hop. We're in a kind of a networking business where, for example, someone just takes our car and they're clean, but they end up doing trying to strike it. We have people that are in the group chat that send us pictures. Hey, this is your car. They're trying to strike it. Once everything adds up, we kill the car and we try to get there as soon as possible and we just try to stop it.
But you have their information on file.
Yes, some people don't care about the information being leaked, but they'll still try to correct the car. They'll just report it as someone came to me, they robbed me of my car.
Has anyone tried robbing you before?
100%.
What do you do?
Well, we had a G-Wagon that was stolen. That was stolen by another rental company, actually. They tried to swap parts out. We kind of got an alert from the tracker saying that, hey, the device is disconnected, so we got there as fast as we can. We're trying to get the car back.
So you're not scared at all when a guy like License or a Squeeze Benz hits you up for a
100%. I'm up all night. I wake up at probably 9 a.m. and I'm probably going to sleep at 5 a.m. Probably sleep 4 or 5 hours a day. You can get alerts on our phone every single second. But it's just part of the business, you know. It's a high risk and high reward business.
I'm trying to understand the New York car scene. Tell me how much these scenes overlap. The strikers, the takeovers, the fast drivers, are they all kind of blended together?
In a way, yes. They all do the same thing, you know. Me personally, I'm not in the striker world. I don't drive stolen cars, any of that, but I know a lot of people that do.
Who are you guys and what do you do?
My name is AJ, and I strike cars for living. My name is Ace, and I do the same thing you do.
Babies don't stop, won't stop, can't stop for anything. And behind all those wild moves is an unstoppable Pampers 360 diaper. For an unbeatable fit that's up to 100% leak-proof. And now with new Easy Off tabs, changing with Pampers is easier than ever. Tabs off, wraps up, pulls on. And they're off, because they're Pampers. Behind every baby.
GameFly is the best way to try new games. Rent it, love it, buy it at a discount, or send it back. Keep the games you love at a great discount. You can visit Gamefly.com for your free 30-day trial. You must be 18 or older to subscribe.
You're going to want to hear about the Unlimited Essentials plan from Google Fi Wireless. It's just $60 a month for 2 lines. And you know we love a budget-friendly moment. It's got what you need to stay connected all over the U.S. Do you get unlimited data, calls, texts? Yes, yes, and yes. Does it play nicely with smartwatches? Yes. Full connectivity, even if you leave your phone at home. Plus, you get the innovation and security of Google in a full plan. You can sign up right here. See ya.
Okay, we just pulled up in a random parking lot on you. How did this happen?
We basically just got chased by the company they know.
Just how?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago. That's what they go for. They usually hit right here and the windows, so they know the broad. So
Was the car that hit you?
No, not the car. It's a stick with the stick. The stick shot with the stick. Sticks?
Are we in a situation right now where if cops came, you would run?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. I've seen this around the country a little bit. One thing that kind of concerns me, I'm curious about, is why are so many young guys getting into this game, do you think?
Because it's easy and it's fun.
What makes it fun? Like, what attracts you to this?
Adrenaline and fast cars.
The average car thief right now, how old do you think they are?
I was like 17, 18.
Have you already taken the tracker out of this thing?
Yeah, everything. Let me show you how we do it. So basically, just pop the window on the back. Once you get in here, you basically take out the screen right here and you take out all the wires that's behind it. And then you take out any wires that's connected to the mirror and the antenna.
Is this just for your personal use now? Are you gonna sell it? What's
It's VIN swap, so I'm just keeping it.
Does the average cop, are they able to look at this and know it's stolen?
I mean, right now, hell yeah.
How so? What
Just use the windows. Go in any windows.
do you apply often to jobs?
I try, but it's just boring.
But wait, what about going on hikes for?
I mean, we take this and go take a hike.
How long have you been in this game for?
Almost a year now. Yeah, about a year.
How good are the cops at chasing?
Hey, but they try.
How easily would you get away, would you say?
Not easy. Because they're not gonna chase. I mean, to be honest, if you have to hit them, you will hit them.
What brought you to the point where, like, I'm willing to hit a cop, I'm willing to do this?
You too.
YouTube?
Yeah,
And are people like me to blame?
No, not you. Like, they show you on YouTube how to take them. Yeah.
On a scale of good and evil, where do you guys place yourselves?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm place myself as good, bro. Cause I can really be doing some dumb shit. Like worse than just driving this car, you know, shit. And then I f***ed up worse, so.
What do they do at City Field? What are we about to go see?
Basically, City Field is a place where if you wanted to get a car fixed same day, you bring it there, you know. And if you wanna sell a striker, you bring it there. Everything is there, bro. It's like the city of cars and like fixing cars and just everything.
Shut up.
So there's a little bit of an underground black market economy that happens in this spot. So Mr. Unbox, tell us where we are right now.
We are in the heart of Striker City, New York. Out here are all the chop shops where all the crash outs, the Kia boys.
So someone probably just crashed their car here.
This was this is a crash, a simple plaster job type shit. You can see honestly because of the paint. Yeah, this was a bad accident, but this is also a beater. So
it's probably someone.
I mean, yeah, it's registered and it has the inspection. So this is probably a legit car that was just involved in a bad accident and they didn't want to go through insurance. So once again, you can get a whole job done for under $1,000. You can get and once again, we're in New York. We're in the most expensive city in the world. So an average shop, let's say they charge $5,000. Out here, you go to the right Spanish guy, you're the right person. All of a sudden, you're paying $600 for the same job with labor.
So if I have to get rid of something, do I come to a place like this to get it crushed or taken care of?
Like we had spoken to our man about, you can either strip the car clean, which depending on what type of striker it is, if it's a low-level striker, maybe you just set it on fire, maybe you bring it here for junk, maybe you try to sell it for $100, $200, which is a huge thing. After the car gets crashed, let's say before it was crashed, it was $8,000. Now that the car is crashed, if the airbags didn't go out, maybe it's $5,000. If the airbags went out, you can get that car for $1,000. And it could be a really high-trim BMW or Benz. It could be an insanely nice car that you got for 99% off, even of striker price, just because it was involved in an accident.
So what are we walking up to right now?
That's the 2008 G37 Sport package. It don't get better than this. It's the best drift car you could get. $25.
You bought this car for $25?
$25.
How long ago did you guys pick up this car?
Like maybe 4 weeks now.
And you just use it as your personal car now?
No, not really. Yeah, I just bring it to do dumb shit like this.
So if NYPD passes these plates, how do you evade detection?
Nothing comes up to the place with those plates.
You'd think with all the cameras in New York that the NYPD would have an easy time catching guys like this. Between the tolls, traffic lights, bridges, and more, there are thousands of license plate readers across NYC. But keep in mind this rule: no plate, no case. And to beat the cameras, these drivers have a few clever tactics up their sleeve. One of them is to use fake license plates, which some of them even sell on their own merch sites. Another tactic is to use stolen plates, and still yet another is to make their plates unreadable by doing things like taping over the letters and numbers. To me, it's always fascinating to watch this ongoing chess match between law enforcement and the criminals that are trying to stay one step ahead. So, to you, what is the hardest part about this business?
Taking a car. Taking a car for sure. Because you gotta hop through the window, it's a process, you know what it takes so long.
What about the person that owned this car?
They got insurance. I went through the glove compartment, he has full coverage. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna get a new car.
I don't want to hype this up, but in a weird way, does he actually come out ahead, you think?
Yeah, for sure. He probably got like a G8 or some shit. This car's like $10,000. His insurance doesn't cut him a check for like $30. You know?
No, helicopter again. There's a lot of deja vu from last year, guys.
I
This has been a legendary interview. Stay safe. Thank you for keeping me safe when I was with you, and I enjoyed getting to know you. I'm going back to Milwaukee. Peace. At this point, we've seen the stolen car game pretty up close. Like, look, that's how he's treating someone's car. It's just his personal fun car. The insurance argument, there might be some slight truth to it. Do I really think this guy took the care and consideration to check his glove box and check to make sure he had insurance, as if he would just leave it alone if he didn't? Doubt it. Insurance could take a while. Just the idea that it's just this harmless thing. And then when you look at the amount of money they were making peanuts nowadays. $800 in 4 weeks is, I can mow lawns and outdo these guys. I mean, go to a cage fight or get into public speaking. There's ways to exercise that muscle without being a menace to society. A common thing I hear from people that do stuff like that is, like the guy said he did it out of boredom. I've heard people say, well, there's nothing else to do out here. Do you have any creativity? Do you have any imagination? Go play at a basketball court. Join a jiu-jitsu gym. Do something. Imagine how bored you're going to be in jail when Big Bubba is your roommate and all you have to think about is how you avoid, you know what. So, like, think ahead a little bit. Act now in a way that you like your future to turn out. You imagine this amazing future, but you're acting shitty in your present. Good luck. Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here. See you next week.
LA has the most car theft of any major city just last year, and it's only getting worse.
Last time we filmed with you, right after the video got posted, Dan's dealership got hit.
They stole our Z01 Camaro, our white Hellcat, and our Z06 Corvette.
This all documented, you know?
When they're counting on you to take the big shot, shouldn't your phone coach you through it?
Wow, that was good.
Did it get accepted?
Found an apartment.
It's a lot closer.
I recently got in contact with a guy who claimed to be a cocaine kingpin, to which I said,
How do you feel about this guy?
Seemed like bullshit. So to prove to me he was legit, he told me to draw a logo and that he'd have his Colombian plugs make close to 50 kilograms of cocaine with my design. So I drew it and sent it to him. And after 2 weeks of radio silence, I figured my lead was no good. But then I got this footage. Holy shit, that's a lot.
What do you think about it now?
I think this guy might be legit. So today we are going to be diving into the story of a man who's been a big player in the drug trafficking business for over 2 decades, has made many millions of dollars for Mexican drug cartels, and a man who specializes in cocaine but also has extensive experience with marijuana, meth, and fentanyl. Today we get a behind-the-scenes look at the transnational drug trade from the eyes and inside knowledge of a seasoned operator. Folks, this is a documentary that profiles the story and operation of a cocaine kingpin. All content is strictly for educational and journalistic purposes only and designed to analyze the mechanics of the transnational drug trade. Viewer discretion is advised. In life, I believe some of the greatest things you discover are behind calculated risks. Right now, we're about to engage in some risky business. We're going to be meeting with operators from a cartel. This is some of the most dangerous shit you can dip your toes in, at least in this side of the globe. On one end, I am fascinated by things that are dangerous. On the other end, I really enjoy my simple, nice life with my family, my dog, going for walks. And I know that sometimes this is like a game of Russian roulette. How many dangerous hoods can you go to? How many cartels can you visit before something's not so good anymore? Anyways, without further ado, we're gonna have to go cameras low, cameras off into these locations. But when you see us again, we'll be talking to some cartel guys. See you there. ¿Qué pasó?
Pásale, pásale. ¿Todo bien?
Digamos, ¿cómo vas?
Nuestra pistola no nada.
Claro.
Pásale. Pues ahorita le digo, vamos a empezar a hacer las cosas bien. Una mamadita, vamos a ver. ¿Me entiendes?
Entiendo. I think we were both a bit nervous about each other. From my end, anyone that has this level of cartel connections to me is dangerous, and from his end, how could he be sure that I wasn't a Fed? So here's how the first meeting with this guy went. Aquí es cocaine.
Yes, un kilo.
Dice copa.
Just like the stamp, you know, so you recognize in your merchandise.
Es mi primera vez en frente de cocaine.
Más, no que puedo responder todo, no bajo.
How I know if it's cocaine?
Just put in the tongue a little bit.
¿Y cómo puedo conocer que no es fentanyl?
Porque yo doy mi palabra.
Because of time constraints, we've had to cut some moments from this video. If you'd like to see this full scene, you can use code BUMP for 50% off your first month of Patreon. And here are some of the comments of the people who have already seen the footage. Folks, see you on Patreon, link in the description. ¿Qué es en la mezcla de esto? De cómo son los ingredientes.
Son hojas de cocaína, allá lo hacen, ustedes lo hacen en Perú, Bolivia, Colombia.
No sé si es en mi mente, pero pienso que siento un poco de...
No, it's like solid, so you delicious.
Dígame sobre el negocio de cocaína.
En Colombia, pues de quiere Costa Rica, de quiere México, Mexico City, Sinaloa, Sonora, the border, bring it over here. It's so good.
En Colombia, ¿qué puedes comprar esto para? Y en Arizona, ¿qué puedes comprar esto?
Ahorita vale $1,500 en Colombia, you can put it over here and you can get it for in the street. It's $1,000.
En el último año, ¿cómo el precio de cocaína cambia?
What the way in Mexico is change the prices a lot. They change a lot.
¿Qué está ocurriendo con la guerra en México ahora?
Puro problema, pura pérdida de dinero, like everybody should be innocent. But he's not innocent because they stay in the middle of the business. And that's what it is. You stay on one side, or another side, they don't give a you stay on the wrong side, they kill you. They can get you over here too. That's what they call my face.
Your face was seen in that potentially a life or death situation.
Yeah. Right here in Arizona, in one of the, I think it's the first place, una ola de ratero, no bajadores, is the people come and steal the stuff. Right here, this is the top of that. What are they going great? You know, if somebody tries to get the door, I smoke this out.
Escucho que las tres más grandes equipos carteles son Mayo, de Chiquito y Jalisco Nueva Generation.
Ellos están peleando y me vale los que se vayan en la rueda.
¿Tres celulares? ¿Por qué tienes tres celulares?
Uno para mi familia, personal, uno para el negocio, another one for the deal. Because when I see, this is why guys have to call. That's what it means. You know, I want to be honest with you.
El bigote cambia.
No, I don't care. You do what you call. You got the guts to go to the root. You got the balls on, I respect.
Some say it's pelotas, others say it's being stupid.
Son huevos.
Tell my wife that, okay?
Y that's wrong.
How do cartel guys communicate in a way that they don't get tracked by the feds?
Well, somebody hacked your phone, somebody snitching. Everybody's saying the phone, social media. But right here is a bunch of influential guys going to the club, spend money.
The flashing money is what gets paid out.
People say this easy money is not easy. You understand what you think that all the time? Yeah, that's not easy. Yo le metí yo creo que en una ciudad en México para la gente que trabaja. Yo no siempre tuve las malas amistades te llevan a la muerte. Mi infancia fue no difícil económicamente, porque me pegaban una chinga porque quería que no me de vago y no andaba, no salía, no podía ganar, todo ser dinero. Sin embargo, ahorita ya estoy en el futuro. Not for your safety, for my safety, you stay in the corner, it's not good. You see the videos that you say the people they make in Colombia.
Yeah, so you sent me some videos from the laboratory in Colombia, the buckets, the bricks.
When I put the name in the video, you say,
He put my name in front of the bricks, and part of me thought it was the coolest thing ever, and part of me thought, I'm going to jail.
you asked me for 14th of November. I give it to you the 27th.
Cuando recibió las películas, en este momento, conozco que tú fue legit.
Aquí mandamos por pueblo. Inmigraste, había más de una tonelada de contenido.
¿Qué tu esposa?
Esto está bueno, ¿no? Y a causa de que la llegada, cuando tú fueras tenido ahorita, había sido, que si no, yo pidiendo a la niña, después de mi casa, y estuvo que me quiere que yo no tengo que papá y pero sí, ha tenido mucho tiempo, ha tenido una luz, no sabía, dinero cuando viene, viaje, ropa cara, carros, pero también ha habido muchas dudas. A mí me específico de la papá y tener un carro que estuvo mirando fulano y eso, que es algo muy traumático.
Why does it take so long to get something approved?
Yeah. My contact was getting paranoid from commotion happening outside the trailer, so he had me leave and told me to meet him the next day. You're about to get insider knowledge of how cocaine kingpin moves product throughout our country, but first give me 60 seconds to bring you the sponsor of today's episode. I want to give a big thank you to Free Cash for sponsoring today's episode for making this video possible. Free Cash is a free app you can download onto your phone. Surveys and test out games to make extra money. I've played Monopoly and so far I've made $10.
Prove my shit.
And once I hit $25, I simply click here and get my money. On Trustpilot, they have over 250,000 reviews and I ranked about 4.8 stars. It's similar on Google Play, 4.6 stars. And right now they are the #1 app in entertainment on the App Store. So folks, think about this. Many of us already spend hours on our phone playing games already. And whether it's in the taxi, on the train, or on the toilet, this time adds up. So why not play games and make money? And it's always helpful to make a few extra bucks. So if you were looking for a new way to play games on your phone and make money, look no further than the app Free Cash. Folks, if you'd like to get started, use this QR code to download this app and they give you a $5 bonus for the first game you play, or you can use my pin comments or description to click the link. Play games, make money. Thank you to Free Cash for sponsoring this episode. And now, folks, I wanted to better understand how the business of global drug trafficking works, so I brought my guy to a secure location where we can sit down and get into the details only an insider would know. So, do you have anything there? Cuando, cocaine, llegar a los Estados Unidos, cómo pasa por México y dónde son las partes más comunes que llegan a Estados Unidos.
El paso, antes de Sonora, la verdad, porque estoy haciendo Nogales, me pilla por Río. No es como los tipos de la marihuana, de que se metía muriendo caminando, la cocaína es diferente, cocaína es de probar, so hay, o puedo ir en carro, el clavo, pasan la línea.
Sí, pasan por la frontera por Itaú, pero es un descai, hay frutas, tomatos.
Diferentes portales. ¿No? La frontera que de San Luis de Colorado tenemos una frontera muy chica, pero también muy productiva. Luego Cali es una de las que la capital de Baja California y pues la más grande es Tijuana. Abarca todo lo que es Los Ángeles, o sea, de que se van para Las Vegas, ya para Utah también. Casi todo, casi la San Diego y Mexicali, casi te abarcan todo para la Río Real, para Río. Es muy raro que de aquí de Mexicali y Tijuana me den para acá para Arizona, porque no tiene caso caminar todo lo que caminas de todos los estados de México que vas pasando, como para de aquí regresarte cuando tienes aquí las fronteras. Entonces, aquí ahorita, que están bien barato, aquí lo tienen como en 10,200 de primera mano. Aquí también, igual que aquí, 10,200.
¿Qué es la diferencia en precio de aquí y ahí?
Unos 2,000 dólares. Todos tienen un precio, siempre hay una gente que le llega ese precio, gente que trabaja en el correo, que en UPS, DHL, puede subir en el avión, trabajo. De aquí de Arizona, o de aquí del Paso, le damos para acá. Nueva York, Boston, Filadelfia. Acá los precios andan como 10, 100, se me hace porque la gente no llegó. Mira, tiene la diferencia de precio. De aquí a allá, porque conmigo, de aquí, aparte, se va a tomar el mismo como lo puede.
Ese negocio, ¿cuánto mucho por año puede un colombiano ganar?
Unos octubre, unos 50 están pagando 1,300 por su día. Si es un troco, pues me quedan, le sacas, son $65,000. In the Rocky Road for somebody else. They got like for the 65, they can pay maybe 20, they can make like 40. Te voy a decir algo, cuando llegas a un nivel que empiezas a ganar mucho dinero, te pierdes el amor. El sabor a como, quiero comprar este carro, quiero comprar esta casa, quiero comprar esos zapatos. Tienes dinero, vas, llegas y lo agarras, y lo pides y te los pones. Lo compras. Ya no tienes como la adrenalina de que, compré mi primer carro. ¿Entiendes? Pierdes el sabor, te haces bien prepotente.
Quiero entender la guerra en las fronteras, entre las carteles. De quién controla dónde.
Coach presents the Spring Reset. Shop more bags to love at Coach.com.
New Airborne. 7 immune-supporting nutrients. Our most complete support yet.
The SiriusXM app, an immersive listening experience that brings you closer to everything and everyone you love. Music, sports, talk, comedy, news, and podcasts. Subscribe now and listen for free for 3 months. See offer details.
Checkers and Rally's $5 MVP meal deal makes you a big deal. Choose the new Mushroom Swiss, Spicy Chicken, or Cheese Double with fries, drink, and dessert. Just $5. Be a big deal for just $5. Only at Checkers and Rally's. This eats different.
Acá es un cagadero ahorita, en Tijuana. Hay de todos lados, se andan limpiando, sacándose, se andan volteando, uno anda matando. Es un desmadre. Aquí en Arizona, pues, sigue siendo de la misma gente, de Sinaloa, todo Sinaloa, pues. Entonces, acá para este lado casi siempre son carteles del Golfo.
Dos partes de Sinaloa, Chapito y El Mayo.
Sí. Sí, pero ahorita hay mucha gente que jala para los chaparritos y está tapada porque sabe que está dura la guerra, pues andan haciendo una remando ahorita al que está produciendo dinero, al que está matando. Y por eso a mí no me gusta trabajar afuera. No me gusta andar encarcelado porque te enredas y jalan de qué, que no somos amigos, no jala conmigo, no, que no, ya, está haciendo el amigo. meter, porque ellos tienen oro por moro molido, güey. Aquí de voladito brincas que ya estás en Luisiana. Aquí viene un kilo bien vendido, si tienes un buen cliente, no venden 15, 16, 14.
¿Cómo peligroso es la guerra en México ahora?
Bastante.
Is this the most dangerous it's ever been in recent memory?
Sí, ahorita está bien difícil, ahorita ya mucha gente con problemas se está metiendo otra vez para atrás, están huyendo, están pidiendo asilo, porque ahorita ya no sabes si de un lado sigue por ese mismo lado y te vienen matando. Ya no existen los amigos, es muy raro porque te van a matar.
In your opinion, what are things that American media gets wrong about the Mexican cartel?
Que le da mucho interés, narcotráfico y todo lo que quieren. Y yo no digo que es bueno ni quiero esto, pero hay muchas cosas también que el gobierno tapa que no se prende Washington y no entiende. Vamos a internet, ahí con todo lo que ha habido de eso de los papeles de eso que violan niños, ahorita es un mierdero, todos fakean, todos. Sin la droga, Estados Unidos va a ser un caos, porque es uno de los más grandes consumidores de droga de todos los países. Y droga de todo tipo. Un chingo de policías corruptos. Una mierda.
What has this job cost you?
No poder ir a sepelio de mis seres queridos, no poder ir a enterrar a mi abuelo, muchas cosas perdí, muchas cosas que no podía estar en el nacimiento de sobrinos, cosas así, no podía ir a casa de parientes míos porque tienen miedo que yo vaya y les lleve cola y tengan un problema. Y tienen razón, sí me enojo, digo, ahora no me quieres hablar, pero tienen razón, ellos trabajan bien y lo menos que quieren es enredarse en un problema.
So we've been invited out to the desert to shoot guns with this guy and one of his people on his team. It's a little sketchy going out into the desert with people that have done pretty extreme stuff, working with different cartels, or a cartel. So anyways, it was on my bucket list in this year to shoot guns with cartel people. Hopefully we achieve that. And I think the other thing is just really getting to know this guy better. We'll see in the desert. Alright guys, so this is part of the job. Look at this dusty trail that we're following. We met these guys at a gas station, and now we're going more and more remote. And this is part of the uncertainty of the job, of guys that are connected to, let's just say, powerful criminal organizations. You just hope that everything turns out okay, and this is a lot of the behind the scenes on these interviews, is following sketchy people to sketchy locations and just crossing your fingers that everything goes according to plan. Big risk, big reward.
Este es un presidente de la película de Scarface. Yo sé que va a pintar esa película desde que tú eres. Pero estamos así, tengo que no como ayer.
Listo para más.
Cuando fuimos con Chico Fernández, y cuando decimos, te lo hablamos como una buena opinión. Siempre que no más pero solo 9 minutos, porque hay momentos bien bravos, como de 10 minutos, pero más difícil de conseguir la bala. Entonces, eso ya son recursos, pero para la guerra no es como las Glock. Y ese tipo de años, se va a pensar en talento. Y no es de antipas.
saben como armas y cocaine mezcla.
Habiendo cocaine, necesitas cuidarte, porque te quieren robar. Lo más común que se usa un tipo de arma, hay armas más fuertes, ¿no? Que uno ve a los carros empotrados, desde 50, desde banda, ¿no? De cargador. Nos podemos pegar una guerra con el ejército facilito. Lo único que nos hace falta, por lado de nosotros, es entrenamiento.
Someone tried to rob you in your career as a cocaine seller?
Yeah, a bunch of times. This is what happened right here in Arizona. You get flashy, they look at you, they put something in the car, they track you, they come to the house, they give you stuff, something they kill you.
Hay personas que su trabajo es robar gente como tú. ¿Sí? ¿Estás seguro que tus últimas opciones son dos? ¿Cárcel o muerte?
Sí, es muy difícil cuando ya andas en un nivel metido, muy adentro. La gente que está alrededor, tus socios, las personas que trabajan contigo, se asustan y por su seguridad, ¿qué es lo que mandan a hacer? Ah, pues dale para abajo, porque puedes hablar la boca, ellos pueden pensar efectivamente que te quieres ir para otro lado, y lo más viable es, por más que yo te quiera, lo que pasa en esto, a veces se van primos, se van compadres, amistades de muchos años, por la seguridad. I need to protect my ass, you know. And he said, hey, I don't want to stay with you no more. I start thinking, what do you motherfuckers want to get out? If everything brings you okay, and you want to get out. What do? You know, they call, you want to get out of the team. They put me down.
How much money do you think you made a particular cartel?
Para ellos, no van a creerlo en las cámaras, pero...
¿Millones?
Sí, muy fácil, facilito.
¿Ah?
Fácil. Fácil. Te llegan 50 kilos a la verga. ¿Cuánto me entregas? A 10,000. $10 million. We think it easy for $500,000. $10,000.
Describe los porcentajes del negocio. Cuando tú vendes cocaine, ¿cuánto porcentaje el cartel recibe y cuánto porcentaje tú recibes?
Ellos te dan un precio.
These are like more cruise ship.
Un grande recibo para más o menos dinero.
Yes, but the thing is, you sell the 100 kilos, $150,000. Because you can sell it in one day. You get a customer?
En el más grande parte de tu negocio, ¿cuántos kilos en un mes puedes vender?
Vamos a poder vender unos 200, 200. Despacito porque está caliente.
¿Es posible que tú ganas $1 millón en un año?
No, not a million. Because you're gonna pay people help you.
The transporter,
Transporter, the one people in the house, the people helping to keep the money, send the money. You get like that. 200,000.
There's a lot of little people you have to pay up.
Yeah, you gotta pay it. Yo no sé qué con mis hijos, de verdad. Que me dijeron que mis sobrinos van a estar mal. Porque es difícil tanto para la familia como para uno, porque uno se tiene que andar cuidando de las personas, más o menos. I go to the store, go to Walmart. You gotta go like 40 minutes away from my place. Why? Because I don't want nobody to follow me. And I stay walking in with the sometimes I stay in the store with my wife and my kids. We got little daughters. And I do my
Do you think someone's following? So, la palabra paniqueado es parte de tu vida cuando vendes cocaína.
todos los días. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te va el teléfono? Oye, my kids are scared to everything. My kids, they can go outside of the street to play. Because in like couple of months, one car passed me, no place, slowly, 3 times. I grab my gun, and I go follow the guy, and I put the car in the front of us. Hey, what's up? He's 16 years old. They're training to drive. You think that's life? It's not life, bro. I can feel the shit just because I'm paranoid.
Grip, stability, precision. That's the essence of driving. Lawfit.
At Great Wolf Lodge, there's excitement in every slot, adventures waiting to begin, and dance parties every night. So bring your pack together and wolf out! Book your stay today and strengthen the pack.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Easy. It's a rental.
At Olive Garden, we're all about more craveable classics and more made-from-scratch sauces, which begs the question, what could possibly be next?
How about delivery?
Olive Garden now delivers, and for a limited time, delivery is free, only at olivegarden.com.
On the ice, you train to avoid getting checked. But in life, getting checked is the smart thing to do. By scheduling regular doctor visits and screenings. Don't let joint pain, heart disease, or...
Hay mucha gente que está mirando esta película que piensa, ¿por qué él está hablando? Hay un mensaje que quiere dar al mundo con esta película.
Sí, hay un mensaje. Yo primero quería que miraras esto. Es verdad que miraste todo lo que te he mostrado, que no es mentira. Lo que sí me gustaría, porque yo te voy a decir la neta, todos buscamos la manera de sobresalir, para bien o para mal. Yo decidí agarrar este camino porque me llevó a muchos fracasos, a muchas desilusiones. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que quiero hacer yo? A mí me gustaría decirle a las personas, yo siempre lo he dicho, yo nunca le di droga a una persona que no usaba droga, porque no puede ser piedra de tropiezo para la gente. Que se quiera meter este camino, piense muchas veces, porque no está fácil. Te tienes que cuidar de los rateros, te tienes que cuidar de la policía, te tienes que cuidar de todo el mundo. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que tienes que hacer? Si te quieres meter en esto, la tienes que pensar, porque pesa más traer un rifle colgado que un lápiz. Cuando yo empecé tenía 14 años, estaba en esa 14. And believe me. Y pues yo pudiera regresar mi vida, yo terminaba yendo a la escuela. Si yo pudiera hacer algo diferente, no tocar esta madre. Ya estoy hasta el tope, me pudiera ayudar a alguien que no se encuentra en este pedo. No agradezco porque pierdes todo. Y cuando toda la bola de vergas te dicen que son tus amigos, cuando tú estés en el bote te van a mandar a la verga. ¿Qué es lo que va a pasar? Sacas solo. Vas a mirar que se te muere papá, se te muere mamá, pierdes familia, pierdes todo a causa de hacer esto, por no ir a la escuela. Tú me estás viendo a mí y piensas que esto es lo mejor. Piénsalo 3 veces, hasta 4.
Man. This was a really powerful piece to make. There's a moment that we can't have on camera for multiple reasons. That there's tears, we learned a lot. And the price some people pay to be in this game is immense. Let this be a cautionary tale. Confessions of a cocaine kingpin. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's a blessing to be. Have you ever heard of non-binary before?
see no none of that. I heard non-binary.
Huh? It sounds like it hasn't, it's only on college campuses, it's not around. Have you ever heard of non-binary before?
Don't drink Hennessy, no none of that.
I would be terrified to shoot my wiener off if I kept my gun there. Did that ever occur to you?
Oh, cause this motherfucker don't unfold on you. Ain't no shooting your nuts on
Now
you.
imagine if you couldn't have sex with Big Bertha anymore because there was an accident with that. I would be terrified to shoot my wiener off if I kept my gun there. Did that ever occur to you?
Oh, cause this motherfucker don't unfold on you. Ain't no shooting your nuts on
Now
you.
imagine if you couldn't have sex with Big Bertha anymore because there was an accident with that. So what is your message to America? Like if all of America played this in their
Some real
TVs.
shit. Be ourselves. Be some real niggas. Don't never be lazy. Get off y'all ass and go get to that bag. Date.
So what is your message to America? Like if all of America played.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I think that Republicans are in a lot of trouble for 20. He's going to cut the taxes for the rich, and he's going to do everything Israel wanted. So I think that Trump has effectively betrayed the movement.
Feels like a damn it.
Ever felt understood. My natural response is, I think I really haven't understood.
Is there anything about jail you actually enjoy or like?
No, there's nothing about here I like or enjoy. Well, we should go back. People come right here, they're like, 3 machetes, sells there. Gang stabbing is a normality in here, like.
This place is fucking crazy, no? This is Clayton County Jail, and it's one of the wildest jails in Georgia. Stabbings happen here almost daily. The guards are staffed at less than half capacity. Rival gang members are crammed together, and anyone not in a gang is at a serious risk of being extorted or shanked. The food here is terrible. The inmates are not allowed to exercise, and you are never allowed outside for fresh air during your entire stay here, which could be years. And these are just a few of the problems you're going to hear about in this episode. And today, thanks to the newly instated Sheriff Lavon Allen, a man who believes in transparency and is determined to fix this jail, we were granted full access to interview the inmates. From the men's jail visiting the stabbers unit, the murderers pod, and the good behavior dorm, join us as we get unprecedented access inside one of the scariest places we've ever been, and we explore the questions of fairness, incarceration, and the deeper systematic issues that are playing out in jails all across the country. Let's get to it. We're just about to check ourselves into the Clayton County Jail, stop at the gas station. We'll just get out of
Clayton County, I just got out 2 days ago.
And what are the conditions in there right now?
Conditions are horrible. I'm talking about 16 rooms, supposed to have 2 people, so that's 32. Instead, you got about 45 to 55. There's 3 people to a cell.
Okay, what about weapons and danger?
It's a lot of weapons in there.
Jesus Christ.
The cells don't work. The doors don't work. They don't close. They don't lock.
So what should I do?
Don't go. That's all I can say.
Well, I just don't want to get stabbed.
That's a 50-50 chance. I can't guarantee you're going to leave out of there with the same body.
What do people do all that?
Talk shit, try to fight, antagonize people through the windows, gang bang, smoke weed. Good luck.
Alright. I wasn't that scared. Now I'm a little scared, I could say. What's going on in here? This is the team. Okay, can you tell me what we're looking at here?
So those are actually themselves. Those are where all the inmates are housed.
Is there any sunlight that gets in?
Through those windows, yes.
It's Chief Green, Chief Green. So, yeah, so the sheriff, so you have the sheriff, which is the number one, he's number two.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to remember, so that's Chief Green.
Would you recommend staying overnight in the murder unit?
Would I recommend it?
Like, would I be safe?
Yes, I believe you would be. Because we have locked the doors in the murder unit.
I heard the locked doors open.
Well, some doors don't from the inmates that have destroyed the doors or messed up the doors. But most of the doors, 90% of the doors didn't work.
Are you guys able to put me with a cellmate who has a good reputation? For next week's video, I'll be living as an inmate in this jail. So if you see me asking the guards about staying here or shots of me in an orange jumpsuit, that's why.
You mean in the jail, in the murder unit? I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. Like putting you, because there's no telling what that inmate would do. I've seen a lot over the years, so I can't verify to say what's going to happen. I mean, we've seen fights, stabbings. It's a jail. It's a jail.
When was the last time there was a stabbing here? How common are knives here?
Pretty much like on the street with a gun.
So like 80%
everybody's
of the guys have.
Just know that everybody's got.
You want to take us in there? Should we start this journey?
We'll head down and start it off. Yeah, so you saw the doors from the outside that are our bucking chutes for our violent inmates. So they'll come in and they'll be brought in straight through that door. With this door secure.
What is your first impression of the smell? It smells like a dog kennel.
This is very light. Yeah, this smell isn't bad in here. Yeah, a lot worse. So that when we go through the intake process, they start in cell 1 and then they move their way around until they're completely booked in. Okay. They got a non-compliant inmate. If y'all want to go with them.
It's a non-compliant. They said that they have weapons, they have metal objects. So we just gonna go down there and see what's going on.
Is this happening on a daily basis,
Yes.
weekly basis?
Yes. My name is Shakur Strickland, a sergeant for the Clayton County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been here for 3 years. I've been a sergeant for 2 years.
How do you describe your job?
I feel like I have one of the hardest positions, but I can handle it, you know.
And what made you decide to do this job?
My whole family is in law enforcement, so I feel like that's something I always wanted to do. People always see me growing up and said I was gonna be always in jail or something like that. So I chose to change my life.
We are about to enter the Stabbers unit, where every inmate housed here has stabbed someone during their stay at Clayton County Jail. This is arguably the most dangerous door in the entire facility.
Get on the wall!
You may be wondering why the walls are black in this cell. That's because many of the inmates here make fires in their cells so they can cook, smoke, or melt things down to make into shanks. And over time, the smoke stains the walls pitch black. Like Clayton County, many jails around the country country have started to feel more like prisons because, as you've heard, some inmates spend years here before ever being sentenced, and that's not how it's supposed to work. Jails are meant for short-term stays, usually for a few days to a few months while someone awaits trial or sentencing. And for context, the Speedy Trial Act of 1974 sets a federal guideline of about 70 days from indictment to trial. But with local courts backed up and public defenders overwhelmed, many inmates end up sitting for years before their day in court, raising serious questions about violations of the Sixth Amendment, the right to a speedy trial.
Sheriff Levon Allen, Sheriff of Clayton County.
And how long have you been Sheriff of Clayton County for?
Since December 22nd, 2022.
When somebody's there for 5 years, somebody could say that's violating their right to a speedy trial. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. Now, there are some different things that take place in each case on why something has taken so long. Maybe someone has not been deemed competent during that particular time. Or maybe there have been continuances on both sides, you know, by the defense and by the prosecution. And there's various reasons on why those things have taken place. But again, my goal is not to keep anyone here a second longer than what they're supposed to be, because ultimately I need the space.
County jails fall under the jurisdiction of the local sheriff, and Clayton County Jail is ran by Sheriff Levon Allen. For 16 years prior, the jail was ran by Sheriff Victor Hill, a polarizing figure who faced multiple corruption allegations and was ultimately sentenced to 18 months in prison for violating the civil rights of inmates inside this very jail.
The former sheriff was convicted in 2022 of violating inmates' civil rights. He tortured people by ordering them held in restraint chairs. Hill was sentenced to 18 months in prison.
Now, Sheriff Allen inherits a facility plagued by overcrowding, understaffing, and years of controversy, and it's on him to try and turn things around.
My name is Danny Nagel. I am a former prosecutor here in Clayton County, former judge, and current criminal defense attorney and PI attorney in Atlanta, Georgia. The issue is that they have too many cases, and there's no way to keep up with as many cases as there are.
Everyone here, from the inmates to the guards, is well aware of the understaffing problem, but fixing it isn't as simple as it sounds. The county board considers the jail fully staffed at 123 guards, which Sheriff Allen has. The reality, though, is that the jail needs at least 100 more officers to run safely, and the county board even paid a consulting firm nearly $375,000 to confirm that, and still they have refused to fund extra positions, leaving Sheriff Allen's hands tied as the violence and chaos continues.
Clayton County Commissioners approved a budget that would let go of nearly 40 correctional officers. It's a move county leaders said would save the county $10 million.
So the bottom line appears to be this: Sheriff Allen genuinely wants to make this place better, but without the budget to hire guards that make the jail safer, or the option to build additional capacity to better segregate the prisoners and address the overcrowding, how could anyone make real progress? And to me, it seems like a question of human rights versus fiscal responsibility. And the problem is, due to his position, Sheriff Allen will likely take the blame for issues he doesn't have the resources to fix. Let me know in the comments what you make of this situation.
We in 5-5. We in the hole right now.
And what's it known for?
Straight stabbing. Straight stabbing.
This is a stabbing unit?
This a stabbing or a violent unit. The only reason the police put us here because they're saying we're problematic with other inmates and we tend to cause harm to other inmates, allegedly.
Okay. So, but the stabbers are mixing with protective custody.
Yeah. What?
That's what you're saying?
They'll have a rapist with a chest of a theft by receiving, bro. This jail freestyle, gang. This Clay County don't give a fuck about you.
Why are people with traffic citations sitting in the same room as somebody that's stabbed somebody?
That's a good question.
These charges will come through the jails and flow through the courts in a timely manner. So you would not have such a backlog on issues. So you could have someone who comes in for a murder, and you have someone who comes in for something simple as a shoplifting, and it could be in two separate parts of the jail. And as their case flows through the court, it's done, it's proficient, and it's no issue. But when you have a backlog of cases, now you have an overcrowded jail, and you have to be able to properly classify people and also properly separate them from the different classifications. And right now, we have just outgrown the ability and the space of this jail.
My name is Alexis Sanchez Moreno. I just got out of Clayton County Jail. I'm currently serving weekends.
and for a fleeting and eluding charge. And man, I just want to say I'm currently in the dorm where the trustees at, but I've been to general population, and this shit is not it. It's dirty. Pipes are leaking. It's straight to the floor. The cells are wet. There's like sewer water everywhere. Last time I've been in there, it was terrible, man. And from what I hear, people are getting extorted every day, and it's not right. That people just get locked up for a traffic ticket, and they're in there with evil people, like real criminals, and it's just not fair.
Well, so even a minor traffic infraction, like you might get hemmed up by some people in the jail and be like, hey, you know, you're gonna send us money to our cash app, or we're gonna beat your ass, or we might stab you or kill you or do something worse to you.
Can you give me a tour? Those are the showers over there?
Yeah, no showers. Hell yeah, we give it to her. Hey. Alright, so look, we ain't got no shower doors. We ain't got no shower door right here, right?
You guys just have a shower out in the open like this?
Yeah, we got a shower like that.
But and if females in there, they're gonna say indecent explosion, which is why we ask for light showers and intake, which is what
So do you guys have to like one guy like this to protect the shower while the other guy showers, or what?
No, we just go on the other side of the bedroom. Hey, but look, man, don't know what I'm saying. Them motherfuckers right here, they're like 3 machetes. Sells there.
How you make a machete?
Sells there. So you just kick this motherfucker off, we gonna come on. Sells there. I can kick him. We'll have about 5 nights.
How long does it take to make a knife?
It depends on what kind of knife you're trying to. If I was to bust somebody, I would want to bust them with a flat piece because it's harder to stitch up. A rhyme, they only leave marks like I got hit with a rod. Gang, stabbing is a normality in here. Like, it is very common for you to pull up on inmates, show them your stab wounds. They'll come out their jumpsuit, I'll show you. Like,
Is that a shame?
Oh shit. That's what they gave up.
What goes through your mind knowing that 9 out of 10 guys has a shank walking around? Like, what goes through your mind?
Man, you just gotta be careful. Don't look at nobody the wrong way. You just, you know, keep it pushing, man. You just stick to yourself. And if somebody comes, just be ready.
Here they come. ShopRite's all-new locked-in prices, featuring even more variety and value. We're lowering and locking in prices on thousands of items in-store and online. Look for the blue locked-in price labels. Store-wide at ShopRite. We are here.
The #1 doctor-recommended pain relief brand. Now in a fast liquid gel.
Milton loves rocks, so he bought a .rocks domain name with Squarespace, so you can see his rocks and buy his rocks and sit on his rocks.
The SiriusXM app, an immersive listening experience that brings you closer to everything and everyone you love. Music, sports, talk, comedy, news.
When I used to think about taxes, I would just cringe. I used to use a CPA. I just send
These are all your babies units?
Yes, it's right now. It's on the things that happen there.
Listen, if this is on file, gang, there's nobody in this jail has been charged with more stabbings than me. I promise you. I have 3 folders. The normal inmate has like a folder this day. I have like 3 folders.
How old are you?
I'm 25. I've been here since I was 20. I was originally booked for a murder and armed robbery. I went to trial of March of 2024. I was acquitted of every charge that ever brought me to this jail. The only charge that I'm still facing right now are stabbings. If I would have never caught a charge in jail, I went home last March.
If I would never caught a charge, I would have been on 24 months ago.
This jail is made to trap you to get here. They put you in a messed up environment, and when you defend yourself, they're gonna charge you. And once you get charged, it's hard to get out of this.
You want to show me what you're, we ought to see their stuff?
Oh, we gotta see inside out.
Is that okay to bring us to the side?
We can't even see out our window.
Can you see out our window?
How many people live in here?
3. We sleep on the floor, gang.
We've been living in this motherfucker 10 feet away from our toilet for the last 3-4 years, gang.
You've been in here for 3 or 4 years?
Not this room,
But in this jail.
in this
Oh, 4 years. Well, I sleep out with my head by the toilet every night.
Did someone get their dreads ripped out?
Yeah, I cut my dreads off. This jail has an extreme problem with bugs, and I had to get rid of them.
So if I plan on sleeping here tomorrow, am I at risk of getting bed bugs?
I almost guarantee you're gonna get them.
Almost every dorm in this jail has a bed bug problem, and there's a fierce debate over who's responsible. Some say it's the jail's duty to provide a clean environment, and that failure to do so potentially violates the 8th Amendment, which protects inmates from cruel and unusual punishment. The fact is, the sheriff spends about $20,000 a month on pest control, and his team argues they're fighting an uphill battle against against inmates who refuse to clean their cells, giving the bugs a perfect place to hide and multiply. And at this level of infestation, it's nearly impossible to fix without moving every inmate to a different facility and treating every wall, vent, mattress, and piece of clothing. And then, once the inmates get transferred back, making sure that no one brings the bugs back in. And even if all that is done, it only takes one new inmate arrival carrying a bed bug to start the cycle all over again, which makes this problem a massive headache to deal with.
What do you guys do for fun? Rap? Read?
Anything you recommend to people back home?
James Patterson. I like crime novels. Or J.K. Rowling. Brother.
You like Harry Potter?
Yeah, I love Harry Potter. Great. Avid Harry Potter fan.
What was your childhood like?
I was not raised to be like this. I don't know if you can tell from my vernacular, but I grew up in a very affluent household. I just chose this lifestyle because that was what was cool and getting girls at the time. But now I realize I'm being tricked. What I thought was lame on the street is actually cool. And what I thought was cool is actually lame. So now I have to get out with a different mindset.
Like, why is it, especially in the hood, that sometimes the most dangerous guy is the coolest guy?
Because he understands the streets. He understands what comes with the streets. I'm actually from the streets. I know the streets very well, but I also know the law too. Like, I know if I use what I know in the streets, what could happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think the most dangerous person will be smart enough to say, hey, if I do this, I'm going to go to jail for the rest of my life due to me being a gangster.
But did you have a good family, a good household?
Great family. Like, I grew up in a single mother household. I grew up with a stepdad, but my mom bust her ass. Like, did the best she could. My mom's a real estate agent, a school teacher, like, a fluent household.
Any message to your mom?
Mom, I'm sorry. I'm making it right. I love you.
I might be an inmate tomorrow, so if I see you out there,
Might be an inmate tomorrow.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
If you're an inmate, send me a kite. I'm gonna see you or not. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
This place is fucking crazy, huh? So they're on lockdown for a good amount of the day.
Yeah,
23 and 1? So they have 1 hour of freedom a day, and that's their freedom consists of this room.
Or they can go to the yard.
As
When
a-
they do something like this, showing knives to us and stuff like that, they feel like.
Do they get in trouble?
Yes, we're gonna do some disciplinary paperwork on them. They already got it for security, so they like.
So what more trouble can they possibly get?
Nothing.
So they just keep adding time to their sentence if they get caught? How much time does someone get when they're caught with a shame?
14 to 21 days.
What's going on, Sheriff? Wild place here, man.
Yeah. This is where everyone who's charged with murder and inmates is here.
And this is where I was considering sleeping. Bad idea, huh?
You wanna do it?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to feel it.
I would do it. If I ain't not doing it, if I had the time.
Alright, so someone just started a fire. Holy shit, that doesn't even have
Up to the wall.
window?
Go to the right wall. Put your hands behind your back.
Burn the hole, the lights. They don't need lighters. All they need is a positive and a negative wire connection. They can burn paper, stuffing up the vents, destroying the cell. Everything in here was brand new. As you can see, these are tactical moves. All I do is spark the wire connection, put the paper down, and it's on fire.
Okay, Sheriff. So one of his complaints is gonna be about onions on his tray. We already verified what's on his tray. What he's allergic to, he's not allergic to onions. So that's something he's about to complain about.
Did you tell him he's allergic to onions? Alright, so that's, I'm saying, so you gotta make the stuff make sense, man. I'll make sure that the nutritionist speaks to you again. And make sure you tell them everything at one time. Alright?
You guys do a 23 and 1 schedule? What do you think about that?
I don't have a problem with 23 and 1 because it gives me a lot of time to think about my actions and the shit that I've done wrong.
Smoking ice as well, smoking strips as well, got cigarettes as well. My name is Bro. I know shit. And all the shit about
feces he just walked over?
So if you look at his door, 5108, you see the glass is missing because he takes and builds fires and puts it up against the glass and melts the glass out so that he can then take and throw feces on officers.
He's a regular feces thrower?
Yes, on a very regular basis, daily, typically daily.
How would you rate this if your worst unit is a 10, what was this unit? 4. Jesus. Okay, so this is the murder unit.
This is the murder unit. So if you look, when we go in the door from the left to right, we start with murderers and then move around to aggravated assaults.
And keep in mind, every inmate here is innocent until proven guilty in court. But here are the facts. Out of the roughly 2,000 inmates housed in this jail, about 200 are charged with murder, and another 600 or so are here on attempted murder charges. Look at that chest head. What did we get? What'd you get?
Oh, man.
Right. Woo! Wait, is this normal jail food?
It is normal jail food. It's a blessing. It's simple out there, but it's a real blessing. Feel me? When you want to be grateful, that's one thing we always talk about. Like, be grateful to walk outside and just look at it. It's so simple. It's so just.
That's a great. To walk outside and look at trees and just be happy to be alive is a beautiful thing.
Be grateful.
What unit are we in right now?
7-1.
What is it known for?
You know, that's more dangerous.
Is it a dangerous unit? Yeah. How old are you guys?
21.
I'm 23.
What's the schedule here? Like, what time does your day start here?
They start early. Like around like 4 in the morning.
Yeah. 3 in the morning? Yeah. That's early.
That early.
How goes the breakfast?
Especially
Yeah?
anything grits, one day, they good. They good. Yeah.
Does time go by fast or slow?
It really go by fast to me.
Huh?
I've been locked up like 15 months.
Does that feel like a long time to you?
Nah, it really still feel like I got locked up yesterday.
Is there much to do for fun around here?
It's out the back. I have to look find a way to keep yourself occupied, keep your mind off of whatever is going on.
So what's your hope for the future?
I get to see everybody on around, and then you go on the street, same place.
What kind of household did you guys grow up in?
I grew up without a mom. Yeah, I lived in my household.
Would you say your house was stable or was it chaos in your house?
I was stable. Nice to be great.
Is there anything about jail you actually enjoy or like?
No, nothing out here I like or enjoy.
How was this house?
What's going on? So what happened?
I'm Tommy.
I was at a dorm and I was talking to another person. Another person walked up to me and started hitting on me, and I got hit in the face a couple times. They've been trying to take me medical, take care of me since then.
What brought on the attack?
Some people are not placed in the proper units where they should be. Like some people are mental and they should be in population with regular people. So it's a classification problem right now going on in the jail.
So someone that was too aggressive and violent was in your unit?
Yes, sir.
Did it have anything to do with like property or gambling or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
I got my sister home and I like my food. I'm big. I like to eat.
Is it hard being a white boy in this gym?
In Clayton County, yeah.
Are you unaffiliated or do you have any crew that can help you?
I'm unaffiliated.
And how is that being unaffiliated? Is that a risk?
It could be, but I mean, I've been here for 2 years, and I've been stabbed one time, and I've had this incident, but like my incidents were isolated incidents. They won't like no gang shit or nothing like that.
So you've been here for 2 years. One of our rights as an American is to have a fast and speedy trial.
And not all that. I've never been inside a courtroom. I've never seen an attorney.
I have never been given a bond, nothing. I don't even know if I'm indicted or nothing.
Would you say that's most people's experience in here?
Most-
That
yes.
court just keeps going on and on.
And a lot of that comes from they fired the public defenders, they got new public defenders, they got Judge Carter spit out, then they don't have a DA, they got a new DA. So a lot of people are getting their due processing rights denied.
You know where we're headed next?
This is the inmate workers online. These will be the kitchen inmate workers from backdock sanitation, the cooks for the kitchen. Every trade that comes through the jail as far as the inmate, these fellas right here work very hard up in the kitchen to get the job done.
Thanks for having us today. Thank you. Thank you. So tell me about this unit.
We work for the jail, basically. This unit is kitchen workers. So everybody in this unit comes together, makes food for the kitchen, cleans the kitchen, dishwashes. My main thing is serving trays. So they'll have me on the line, sanitizing or serving trays. Just simple things like that. Everybody in this kitchen works hard, man. 12 hours a day, 13
12 hours a day?
12 to 13 hours a day. We don't get too many.
Are you guys paid?
No, we don't get paid. Now I've heard some jails do get paid. That's a blessing.
What do you think about that?
You gotta take the good with the bad. You know, I think I've been to this jail and I've been in different sections before. I've been in dorms where they have lice, where they have, I've seen one person with 100 pieces of lice on his jumpsuit. All these dorms are getting stabbed for no reason. Innocent civilians getting stabbed. Gang members stabbing people for no reason. So it's better to be in here than in some of these other dorms. That's what I will say.
You guys want to give us a little tour? Tell us what goes down here, what the schedule is. Show us your spot.
This is my little thing. I come here, work out. I call this my front yard.
Is there an open bed?
Yeah.
So anyone new that comes in might get placed there?
Yeah.
Okay. You're built like a brick shit house. What do you do to be so fast?
On the streets, I'm a personal trainer, nutrition, and massage therapist.
Really?
Sports coach and a weight loss therapist. Just got into a little BS and now I'm doing a little bit of time, but I work out on the streets. I try to motivate a lot of the guys in here to work them out because we work so hard for the jail. It's kind of the only thing that's going to keep their body from completely breaking down. So 7 days a week, no off days, 12 hours, man, we're working non-stop.
So what are you doing here to be like what are your go-tos?
Well, I actually designed the workout. It's something that comes out of this. So basically, I do a lot of pull-ups, squats, different variations of push-ups,
Is there
back
a place to
arms.
do pull-ups in this room?
Yeah, well, I jump up there and grab the bar, even though I'm not supposed to be on that motherfucker. But yeah, I jump up there and grab the bar.
This mic right here?
Mm-hmm.
They get mad though if you do that?
Yeah, because they actually don't want us working out in here. Why? I don't know, but it releases.
So are people technically not allowed to work out?
Yeah, technically, we're not really supposed to be working out in here. We'll make water bags, and of course, they're gonna pop
Working
those.
out is what gets people mentally healthy.
Who done it?
We're looking for a house closer to everything, but we don't know where to start.
Find it with Realtor.com. With Real Commute, it's easy to find a home closer to what's ever close to your heart. Do y'all recycle? Realtor.com.
Relief Hotline, tell us where it hurts. Feeling nauseous. Had a big night out? Start with Nausine. Nausine's 4-minute formula is just right for effective nausea and upset stomach relief. Nuclear hot ones. That'll do it. Kobayashi Healthcare. If it hurts, we help.
Drench your skin in creamy vanilla paradise with Palmer's Tahitian Vanilla.
Get paid to recycle your phone in 7 minutes or less. With more than 7,000 kiosks nationwide, there's always an Eco-ATM nearby. Together, we've already collected more than 50 million phones, protecting the environment from e-waste. Eco-ATM, it pays to save the planet.
An IQ of 85 to 115 is considered average in the US, and IQ of 115 to 145 is considered high, and an IQ 145 is considered genius. Are you curious to know where you stack up? You can take this 2-minute IQ test. That will give you detailed results on your IQ score and cognitive skills.
So how many guys call this place home?
I think right about now there might be around 41 of us in here right now.
So this is a question. There's pretty much two sides of the coin. Some people say, you know what? They committed a crime, throw the book at them. They don't deserve nothing. This is how it should be. Other people say, hey, it's inhumane. There should be better conditions. Like, what is the answer when it comes to prison or jail conditions, do you think?
I guess when you do something wrong, You go through whatever it is you go through. They make things nice. They can make a brand new jail for us. It's not the officers or the sheriff or anybody like that that's tearing down the jail. It's literally the people that they're putting inside of the jail. So you can't really blame the guards or the officers or anybody else like that, because a lot of the places, when they're new, they're new.
Why are these guys doing it? I'm trying to understand why you want to turn the place that you have to live for a certain amount of time into a complete shithole.
That's beyond me.
I'm a young man. I have certain urges. How do I take care of that in prison?
Go in the stall, leave it in the toilet, you can go in the shower, leave it in your towel, that's what you gotta do. Everybody sleep, put your tin in your fucking rack and go crazy, it's...
Okay.
Gotta get creative, I guess.
Soy de Honduras, trabajo en el área de la cocina, tengo aquí 23 meses, me acusan de narcotráfico, he ido a 2 cortes, no tienen ninguna prueba contra mí, no hay control, mucha gente la navajean con cuchillos, mucha droga.
Man, we see people get stabbed up and the officers just staring at them. Don't even call nobody. You know what I'm saying? And they got officers bringing drugs in here. There's all kinds of crazy shit, but they want to blame it on us.
A Clayton County correctional officer found herself on the other side of the law this afternoon after she was accused of trying to enter the jail with contraband.
This Clayton County correctional officer is in jail tonight, accused of trying to bring contraband inside.
Sheriff Levon Allen has arrested 2 of his own corrections officers for allegedly smuggling drugs into the jail.
If you check the news right now, they're going to say Miss Allen, oh, she was selling drugs, putting drugs. I was in that door. I was next door to them niggas while they was doing all that shit. But it's not like it's the sheriff's fault. The sheriff don't know.
When are a lot of these stabbings over?
People trying to get respect. Somebody probably did something to their person in the street. They called, and now they stabbed them for basically bragging rights. They paying.
They said more time.
Yeah.
How much more time?
It all depends, because now the judge, they can run it concurrent to what they initial charges is. They already here for murder. They gonna say, oh, you only here for murder, and you got an ag assault. They ain't gonna really do nothing to it. So they feel like I can just stab you and then.
This is the confiscated shakes. Which ones are the most dangerous, you think?
Probably these. I think those are the most dangerous right there.
Alright, so where are we about to go?
Oh, we can go to 3.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Have we been in this one yet?
No, sir.
This is the mental one.
Mental health.
The
Yes, sir.
entire place.
We got the medical dorm, section 6, and the rest of the old man dorm, one of the old man step-down dorms in dorm 3.
Next up, we visit the mental health unit, where inmates housed here are battling psychological issues ranging from thoughts of unaliving themselves to schizophrenia to inmates that have not yet been diagnosed. Tell me about this place.
They violate people's constitutional rights out here. Is this supposed to be a mental health? That's all. You don't need to stuff your head.
Yeah, right. The process says probation supposed to be 17 years. I keep calling my family, they keep telling my family it's on a public defender. Then they said I don't have a public defender. Then they trying to put it on a probation officer, give my family to run around.
Tell me from your point of view what's going on in here.
So basically, this is the mental health unit.
Just this door or this one? This one?
1, 2, 4, and 5.
And what gets someone qualified to come in here?
They get evaluated by mental health, the mental health staff here, and they go by the medication that they're taking, and that's what qualifies them to come in mental health.
So do some of these guys more so belong in an asylum than a jail, you think?
I feel like they belong in a mental health, a real mental health facility.
Is there places like that anymore?
Yeah. It's just the bed space. It's just a lot of other people that's in other counties that got to go there. So they just wait on bed space to send these people out to. Most of these people are here for criminal trespassing. Between 1, 2, 4,
Criminal
5.
trespassing is the most common crime that they're. So there's loitering?
Loitering as well.
Really?
Loitering, yes. And they can't pay their bonds because they've been doing this so many times.
What brought you into jail?
Criminal trespassing.
Well, I thought when you trespass on somebody's property, not the property that you live on. See, I live on the property in which I was deemed criminal trespass.
Is this your first time being criminal trespass?
Yes.
Okay. So how long are you going to be here for?
Well, it just took place this past week, so I'm hoping that I'm really here no longer than the time it takes me to go to court.
Hey, y'all look at this. This from these bugs and stuff in this jail, man. I don't know
What kind of bugs you think?
I'm not really sure, man.
Like
Bed
bed
bugs,
bugs?
body lice. Just in between my
How long have you been here?
For about a little over a month.
And what are you here for, allegedly?
Originally an escape charge.
Were you in Georgia prisons before this?
Yeah.
How does prison compare to jail?
This jail's by far worse than any prison I've ever been to.
Really?
Yes.
Because right now Georgia prisons are bad, right?
This jail's nasty.
Can you tell me what are the mattresses on the floor are for?
Oh, mattress on the floor is because they don't have no bed space.
Overcrowding is a huge issue here. The official capacity for inmates is 1,535, but there are typically between 1,800 and 2,000 people here at a given time. This has pushed this facility to the breaking point, with inmates having to sleep on the floor of their cells or even on the floors of their pods, and it's just another contributing factor to the chaos in Clayton County.
It's been going on since I've been here. I've been here 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
That seems like a long time without a trial.
I haven't seen nobody. I haven't got a bond. They just, once they lock you up in Clayton County, they forget about you.
I'm from Miami, and the court system here is not good. It's not good at all. They'll leave you in here for months and months on a petty case or even a big case. They don't take you to court back to back like Florida or another state does.
What goes through your head when you see guys that are in here for, their bond can be as low as $150 or $300, but they've been here for 3 months? And what do you see as keeping somebody in there for months without being able to cough up that money?
I do believe that that's something that overall our legislators need to look into. The saying would be, do the crime that you can afford to do, right? Which is, we have two people that do the exact same crime, and one is just have wealthy and have means, and the other one don't. The one that does not have money ultimately stays in jail. They did the exact same crime. Then a lot of times we're paying more to keep the person in jail than what their bond is. We just have to make it make sense, because it costs me more to house you than it will cost to just let you out.
Guys, for reference, it costs taxpayers about $100 a day to house an inmate, and that's before you even factor in the cost of public defenders, judges, and the entire court system. Meanwhile, some of these guys are locked up for petty charges like loitering or trespassing, offenses that they would be out for if they simply had a couple $100 for bail. And it kind of makes me wonder, is it a good use of taxpayer money to keep someone in jail for weeks for something extremely minor? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
So I actually was a magistrate court judge here, and I would set bond as low as I could. But when you're working with people who, they don't have any resources, they don't have family, or they don't qualify for a bond, they haven't been on their job for X amount of years, or their family haven't been, or their family and friends, they don't have legal status. So they're here for what, a couple $100, but the problem is they don't have the resources, and now they're stuck, and now they're in here with the most dangerous people in society. The gangs and stuff, they're gonna look and be like, yo, this is not somebody that's from the streets. This is just somebody, this is a family man that just happened to get caught up for no license. We're definitely about to take advantage of them. Again, if we don't have the capacity to hold people and we don't have the staff to make sure that they're safe, like, that's a recipe for disaster. And what's coming out, at least through, stories on Instagram and TikTok and social media and stuff, is like, it's not being done. Like, they're not being kept safe.
Yeah. Look at the floor. Look at the floor. Look at the roof leak. Look at the roof leak.
Every guy in the unit shares one bathroom?
Yeah, we share one bathroom. Well, we got bathrooms in our room, but they don't work.
This is the only working bathroom.
This is the working bathroom.
And it's not working.
That's not up for days.
How long has it been doing this?
It's been doing that for a while now.